emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Welcome to the Final Order Report, where we bring you a hand-picked selection of comics and graphic novels before they head to print and quantities are finalized. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order deadline this Monday, September 16th at noon. These titles will be hitting our shelves as soon as October 9th. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account online or access your existing account to order and pay securely, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today I will be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let me back out so I can show you a full page here. Once you get signed into Comichub, hit that green banner for Shop Coming Soon. And then you'll see all the carousels we have here. The top ones, they're all scrolling left to right. The top one is current search. We've got preview pages for upcoming comics. We've got Last Call, that's the carousel we will be using today. Below that, we have next Wednesday's items. That's everything that we are expecting in the store and on the shelves for this Wednesday coming up, the 16th? No, that's the 18th. Okay, once you get into Last Call for Confirmed Orders, you see that you're scrolling top to bottom, but we also have additional carousel filters here at the top for alphanumeric, publisher category, and etc. The first thing that we will be looking at today is a final order report for new printings. And our first new printing for the day is Cobra Commander. This is number 2, a third printing. This features a new cover by Michelle Rubini. Pretty cool. Cobra Commander has been one of the more popular spin-offs from the recent Energon expansion. Next up, we have a second printing for Rook Exodus number 5. I'll look this way. We have Transformers number 6 third printing that features a new cover by Frederick Pham Chuang. Cool name. Then we get a cover A second printing for Transformers 8 and a cover B for Transformers 8, all a second printing with new covers by Jason Howard. Then over at Marvel, we get a second printing for Esad Ribich's Aliens vs. Avengers. This is not the final cover. Hopefully we'll be getting that final cover soon. And a second printing for Ultimates number 4. Second print with just a slightly recolored cover by Dike Ruan. And a second printing for Uncanny X-Men number 2 by David Marquez. This just looks like a recolored cover. Then we've got a we got a third printing for X-Men number 1 by Ryan Stegman. I'm sorry that this is all miniaturized. Oh well. And then we get a couple facsimiles. We get one for Amazing Spider-Man number 261, featuring this beautiful cover by Charles Vess. Amazing. And a facsimile for Batman 237, a cameo-filled Bronze Age adventure with art by Neil Adams, Dick Giordano, Bob Kane, and Jerry Robinson. This features the now classic character, the Reaper. In The Night of the Reaper by Danny O'Neill, Bill Finger, Neil Adams. It also features a foil variant for an extra couple of bucks and a blank variant for you sketchmongers. That does it for new printings. Now let's take a look at second issues. Here I am. Yay, I did it. Minor Arcana number 2 comes back with a second issue on October 9th from Jeff Lemire. We've had a couple of weeks to digest Minor Arcana number 1, a fantastic first issue in this new series from Jeff Lemire at Boom Studios. Over at Oni Press, we get a second issue for Autumn Kingdom from Cullen Bunn and Christopher Mitten. Goobers number 2 from Ryan Lee and Cody Ziegler gets a second issue. Unfortunately, the first issue was delayed. There was some logistical problems from the distributor. Hopefully we will be getting our copies this week coming up. I can't wait. I love Ryan Lee's art. Marvel comes out with a second issue for Avengers Assemble. That first issue just came out this week and was plenty fun. A brand new Avengers Watch team written by Steve Orlando with art by Scott Eaton in this Lionel Francis Yu cover. Star Wars, The Battle of Jakku, this in-between storyline as they start up the next big epic, is going to be shipping weekly, and I will be stocking it modestly. So if you're interested in future issues of this book, do make sure you get your orders in before the FOC. And Venom War Deadpool gets a second issue from Cullen Bunn and Rob DeSalvo. And Wolverine number 2 comes out on October 16th from the new creative team of Saladin Ahmed and Martin Kokolo on art and this cover. Number 1 was my pick of the week this last week. Fantastic. Great to see Wolverine back in the Canadian wasteland, fighting some old foes, hanging out with some old friends, and dealing with some creepy-looking Wendigos. Wolverine number 2 also gets a couple of variant covers that I'd be happy to talk about right now because they are themed variants, and this one fits into the Doom variant theme. This one is by Francesco Mobili, and then we got one from the Godzilla variant theme from Rohe Antonio. Wolverine number 2. That does it for our spotlight on first issues. Now let's take a look at first issues. Yeah. Classic Dan. Okay, first up in first issues is Eternal Warrior, the new one-shot, which is a Resurgent tie-in written by Fred Van Lent with art by Alvaro Papagianni with this Guillermo Fajardo cover, Julio Azamar cover, Fernando Baldo cover, all for Eternal Warrior Resurgence. And we got The Young Nomads, a new series. I guess this is a spin-off of the previous Nomad series from Battle Quest Comics, written by Andrew Kafori with art by Aaron McConnell, who also did this A cover. Critical Entertainment has a new series, an 8-issue series written by Christopher Rita with art by Alonso Molina Gonzalez called Planetary Expansion. Oops. Abandoning their lives on Earth, 1,000 hand-selected passengers aboard a starship head to repopulate a new habitable planet in another solar system. In another solar system exists a planet just like Earth, with fresh air, clean water, and sustainable life. They will bring the dangers of space and push past the limit to get there. Planetary expansion available on November 27th. If you want to make sure you get a copy, get your order in by Monday. And we also got a B cover from interior artist Alonso Molina Gonzalez. Then let's see, Comics Experience comes out with this new one-shot called Trample. When her child is harmed in a trap meant for her, a vengeful mother is forced to hunt down and destroy the lives of those responsible. Twice, from writer Garrett Gunn and artist Samir Simiao, with this A cover from Ruben Mocho and a B cover from Ivan Tao. Trample #1. Okay, from Keenspot, who has a new imprint. This series is called Kill Town. I think there was a one-shot that preceded this that came out through Scout, maybe? This is Kill Town #1, which is in development with Sony Entertainment, full of horror-fueled action. X-Posse's Kill Town is a spin-off of their Night of the Cadillacs comic book. Street-savvy Min wants to make her mark in the world. However, she feels held back in her role as a money runner with the Seven Stars Mob, the biggest crime syndicate in Koreatown, Los Angeles. When Min takes her things into her own hands to usurp Vince, the notorious Seven Stars Mob boss, her plan backfires. Min is shot execution style and left for dead. But I'm guessing that ain't the end of the story. Kill Town #1 from Regina Kim, Sergio Malagrito, Alexandro Satana, and cover artist Rob Pryor. Naomi Griffin on that. Yeah. Todd Skull on B. Todd Skull. Kirk Manley on C. Todd Skull on D. And Sampe on the E variant from Kill Town. Available on October 30th. Prairie Gods #2 returns from Mad Cave Studios and Shane Connery Volk. We've had the first issue on the shelf for a couple of weeks. It did all right. If you want to make sure you get a copy, get your order in. And we got Liquid Kill Volume 2, #1. I think this series kind of petered out at the end for Volume 1, so I'm not even sure if this is going to hit the shelves. Just wanted to make sure that you knew about it. Liquid Kill Volume 2 from Max Hoven, Gabriel Umazark, and Sergio Acuna on cover A. Cover B from Lumazark? I don't know. Guessing right now. A C cover from C Not. And a D cover, a game homage from Massive Publishing, Sumerian Comics, Max Hoven, Gabriel Ismark, Liquid Kill Volume 2, #1. Also from Massive Sumerian Comics, we get this new cool-looking 5-issue miniseries, Vampiro Rockabilly Apocalypse. Cover by legendary artist? Yeah, I guess I could do it this way. Cover by legendary artist Rafael Galur, whose recognizable style and lucha libre-themed imagery has influenced a genre of lucha artists. In this action-packed double-size first issue, we meet Everett Holden, an Austin music vlogger who sets out to discover the truth behind the urban legend known only as Vampiro, an underground guitarist that seemingly existed for over a century. Yeah, from writer Michael Kingston, artist El Terrifico, and Dr. Napalm, with this A cover by Rafael Galur and a B cover by Julio Guerra. This is Vampiro Rockabilly Apocalypse #1. Pretty cool. Available on October 16th. Oh, we also get a C cover from Diego Simone. That looks cool. Let's move in on some of those monsters. That's some They Live vampires right there. Over at Titan Comics, Titan Publishing's Hard Case Crime imprint comes out with a new Minky Woodcock series called The Girl Called Cthulhu? Yeah, The Girl Called Cthulhu. The sensational artist, author, and playwright Cynthia Von Bueller melds her glorious illustrations with the eldritch elements of H.P. Lovecraft and Aleister Crowley, inspired by a true World War II maritime operation, shocking satanic events, monstrous men, and one salacious sea creature. This third series tells the tale of Minky's encounter with the legendary horror writer H.P. Lovecraft, creator of the dreaded Cthulhu. I was seduced by Cynthia Von Bueller's artwork, says Neil Gaiman. Yeah, we got all kinds of cool covers. We got an A cover from Selena, I think it's Selena. A B cover, a photo cover, very cool. A Cynthia Von Bueller cover on C. A nude bagged cover. And an Allison Sampson cover on E. This is Minky Woodcock, The Girl Called Cthulhu. Pretty cool. Always a good seller, but make sure you get those orders in for these variants. Over at Vault Comics, we get a new series, a 4-issue series called Godfather of Hell. This is written by Cavan Scott with art by Pius Back, who did this A cover. And we have a B cover by Nathan Gooden. I suspect this one will get some interest. Dario Santini has lived a charmed life as an enforcer and debt collector for mob boss Niccolo Machini. He's had it all: respect, power, even the love of a good woman. But everything changes when he crosses the line and is shot dead on the sidewalk. Waking up in hell, Dario faces a future of pain and suffering, unless he can turn eternal damnation into a business opportunity. Neo-noir hellfire from New York Times bestseller Cavan Scott and Bram Stoker award-winning artist Pius Bach. Godfather of Hell has an A cover by Pius Bach himself and a C from Nathan Gooden, available on October 16th. Here's a cool looking one shot. This is Def Leppard's Hysteria from Vault Comics. The origin of the world's most dangerous guitarist, written by Phil Collen himself from Def Leppard, with Elliot Rahal and art by Alex Schlitz. When Foz, the front woman of indie band Darkside, inherits her father's estate, it only has one cover? Wow. It comes with a guitar she half remembers from her childhood. The guitar speaks to her, promising fame and success. Soon it delivers. But when Darkside's equipment is stolen at a massive music venue, just before they're set to take the stage with Def Leppard, Foz goes on a warpath to get it back. A knuckle-dusting rampage ensues, and the guitar's true history is revealed. With this cool cover by Adam Cahoon and interiors by Alex Schlitz, this is Def Leppard's Hysteria number 0. Here's a big one, folks. You recognize that skull? Of course you do. The Terminator is back. The plans to kill Sarah Connor and her son, John, have failed. But the genocidal Skynet isn't out of options yet. There is still a few more avenues into the past that will allow it to destroy the human resistance that is poised to smash its processors into silicon shrapnel. It just needs to expand its theater of operations. Opening a new front in the war, Terminators are dispatched across the globe and throughout time to target current resistance fighters, their ancestors, and anyone else unlucky enough to be in the middle of these strike zones. But while none of these secondary assignments are as straightforward as the missions of the first T-800 and T-1000, time is literally on the machine's side. When all the history becomes a war zone, nowhere and no one is safe. Acclaimed creator Declan Shalvey returns to the present for another blockbuster Dynamite series, joining rising star artist Luke Sparrow and an all-new tale of Skynet and its nigh unstoppable mechanical assassins. With this the A cover is by Declan Shalvey himself. B from Edwin Gelman. Ooh, a Swaby cover. The D from David Cousins. A classic Alex Ross Burning Earth icon cover, reprinting his original cover for the first Terminator comic. And a foil version of Declan Shalvey's cover. This is the Terminator #1 from Dynamite Entertainment. Declan Shalvey, Luke Sparrow, and it will be available on October 9th. Get your orders in for any of those variant covers. Over at Dark Horse, we get this Halloween one-shot called The Headless Horseman Halloween Annual. Like the urban legends and folklore frights of yore, the Headless Horseman is coming back to haunt you once more. Ignore the creaking footsteps. Don't mind the whistling wind. Pull your eyes away from the shifting shadows and tiptoe through those spine-tingling stories. The Headless Horseman returns, and this year he's coming for you. Halloween anthology of standalone comic horror stories from a host of new creators, including David Dastmalchian, writer and actor, is joined by artist Lucas Kettner and cover artist Lucas Kettner did the A, and a B cover by Francesco Francavilla. It's the Headless Horseman Halloween Annual from Dark Horse Comics. And we get this doozy, folks. Very excited about this. Godzilla takes on his greatest foe yet, the Great Gatsby. The year is 1922. Mysterious man of luxury, Jay Gatsby, continues to throw parties from his palatial Long Island estate, all in hopes of attracting the attention of his love, Daisy Buchanan. But his affair is interrupted as his party attracts the one thing more dangerous than love, Godzilla. Yeah. Now Gatsby has no choice but to turn his undying will away from his love of Daisy and onto revenge against the monster who destroyed his home. Come along with Gatsby on a journey of a lifetime in 3 oversized issues as he combines forces with the greatest men of the 20th century to stop its greatest monsters. Written and drawn by cult favorite comics creator Tom Scioli. The man that brought you Fantastic Four, Grand Design, Jack Kirby, The Epic Life of the King of Comics, and a really cool Fantastic Four series that I don't remember the name of right now. Tom Scioli's Godzilla Monsterpiece Theater #1, featuring the Time Machinist, the Great Gatsby, Sherlock Holmes, and somebody mysterious. Got this A cover from Tom Scioli, and he also did the B cover. Beautiful. This is definitely a future pick of the week. Okay, let's go over to Image Comics next. We got Geiger #7 from Jeff Johns and Paul Pelletier. This starts off a new storyline, great jump on point, or hey, if you bought that volume 1, jump on with the single issues here. Why wait for volume 2? Got this very swell Brad Anderson, Gary Frank cover. And a B cover from Drew Hennessy, Paul Pelletier. There it is. And a C cover from Ken Marion and Steve Oliff. This is a connecting cover, I'm guessing, with the other series that are probably kicking off second story arcs. I use words. Also from Image Comics, we get this new story arc at Transformers. This is number 13 from writer Daniel Warren Johnson with art by Jason Howard. That's amazing. Very excited to see Jason Howard do some interiors for this Transformer series, The Secret Origin of Starscream. After the stunning events of this battle with the Decepticons, Starscream has been left for dead. Now the secret to surviving the future may be revisiting his shocking past. We got this A cover from Daniel Warren Johnson and a spoiler cover. What's it going to be on that one? That's all we got for Transformers, number 13. But it's awesome. Very excited. Daniel Warren Johnson and Jason Howard. Over at Marvel Comics, we get a couple of new series here. We got Alien Romulus number 1. Following the theatrical release of the highly anticipated blockbuster, Marvel Comics presents an all-new story revealing secrets of the film's legendary antagonists. How did xenomorphs find Rain, Andy, and their scavenger crew? Familiar faces lurk in the shadows, and this issue shines light on them all. Horror master Zach Thompson and rising star Daniel Picciotto collaborate directly with filmmakers for the must-have collector's item. We got this. We got a couple different covers. We got A from Lionel Francis Yu, a B cover from Marco Cicchetto, very nice. And this C cover, which is a movie variant, it is Alien Romulus number 1. If you like the movie, you're going to want this story, available on October 16th from Marvel Comics. Crypt of Shadows, now an annual, semi-annual. This is a one-shot from Marvel Comics, cracking open the crypt. As All Hallows Eve approaches, the heroes of the Marvel Universe find themselves once again facing the terrors that lie in the dark. From creatures that lurk in the deep to sinister sorcery, don't miss out on your favorite heroes as your favorite heroes get put through the ringer and are forced to face down the malevolent forces of the Marvel Universe. Pick up this terrifying tome at your own peril. True believers. We got this features a story from Ben Percy with art by Raphael Ianco, and this A cover from Lionel Francis Yu. Juan Ferreira on B cover, Martin Simmons on a C cover. All for Crypt of Shadows number 1. This is a 32-page one-shot at $4.99. And lastly, from Marvel, we got this new debut series from Mystique, From the Ashes, A New Beginning. This is a brand new series written and drawn by Declan Shalvey. Declan is a very busy creator lately, reminding the world to hate and fear her. How do you track a subject with a history that contradicts itself? How do you stop a force whose motives change like quicksilver? How do you stop a target that can be anyone? That's the question that confronts Nick Fury as he stumbles upon a web of lies and espionage leading back to Mystique. From the ashes of Krakoa, the shape-shifting mutant terrorist returns to remind the world exactly why it hates and fears her. From award-winning creator Declan Shalvey, Mystique sifts through the dark underbelly of the Marvel Universe to tell a story of action and espionage targeting Marvel's most mysterious mutant. Mystique #1 comes in at 40 pages with a $4.99 cover price. Will release on October 16th from Declan Shelby. He did this A cover. We get a logo variant on B and a Ricky Yagawa cover on C. Mystique #1. All right, folks. Oh, we also get a Rose Besh cover. Sorry, I didn't show you that one. That one's swell. Cool. Got little skulls all over everything. Aw. Rose Besh. Rose Besh, everyone. Clap, clap, clap. And let's see. Over at DC Comics, we get a bunch of new stuff to point out for you. Green Lantern Civil Corps. The war for the fate of the Green Lantern Corps starts here. Lord Premier Tharos sends a surprising foe to retrieve the Dark Star ring from John Stewart, which leads to a desperate plan to expose, the United Planets as a force of evil. Allies and enemies will join this special issue to launch the Green Lanterns in a direction they will change the DC cosmos forever. From writers Jeremy Adams and Philip Kennedy Johnson, with interior art by Salvador LaRocca. We get a bunch of different covers. A cover from Brad Walker. A B cover from Salvador LaRocca. A Riccardo Federici cover. Very nice. Brad Walker foil variant. And finally, in the all-in-one foil variant theme, we get this classic character focus on Daniel Sampere with his all-in foil variant. All these fine books will be available on October 9th. If you want to get any of those variants, make sure you order them by Monday. 48 pages for $8.99 for the foil variant. The regular variant is, the A cover is $5.99 for 48 pages. Okay. Next up, the Action Comics Weekly starts here. Yeah. With Superman Superstars, Mark Waid, Clayton Henry, Mariko Tamaki, and Skylar Patridge. An otherworldly horror tearing its way through Metropolis has emerged from the Phantom Zone. Something's wrong in the zone. Something terrible, and Superman must enter alone. To find out what. From the pages of Absolute Power and Batman Superman World's Finest comes a new action epic, unlike any you've seen before, from the visionary creative team of Mark Waid and Clayton Henry. Plus, the Woman of Tomorrow is here today. Supergirl specials. Mariko Tamaki and Skylar Patridge return to bring Kara to the farthest reaches of space in pursuit of a mysterious threat only she can handle. This all starts in the new Action Comics storyline with a new creative team. Action Comics 1070 also kicks off a 4 times a month release schedule for Action Comics. That's right, 4 Action Comic issues a month. Get this B cover from Wes Craig, who's one of the lead architect visionaries on the All-In initiative. Very cool. An Eddie Barrows cover on C. And the Daniel Sampere All-In foil variant on Action Comics 1070. Right. Next up, we got Batman Full Moon #1. This is a brand new series from Rodney Barnes with art by Steven Subic. Who also does the A cover. Cool background. It's a gory Gotham horror story with glow-in-the-dark covers. An ancient and supernatural force stalks the streets of Gotham City. a lichen so powerful it'll defy Batman's most trusted resource, his brilliant mind and extensive gadgetry. But are Batman's physical strength and resilience alone enough to put the creature down for good, or will this fight strip him down to his very bones? Even powerful magical allies like Zatanna caution that Bruce might not walk away from this one unscathed. Eisner-nominated writer Rodney Barnes and breakout artist Steven Subic tear into a horrific tale of pain and redemption as Batman meets his match, the Werewolf of Gotham City. Each issue of this series will bring striking glow-in-the-dark main covers. This main cover will be the glow-in-the-dark one for $5.99. B cover from Steve Beach, a C from Francesco Francavilla, and this foil version of the Steve Beach cover. This is Batman Full Moon 1 of 4. Batman and Robin number 14 starts off a new storyline and a new creative team for this all-in initiative. We have Damian Wayne is the son of Batman, grandson of the Demon, and Robin. But as he nears the age at which his father traveled the world, one question is on his mind. Who is Damian outside of the Crusades his family has tasked him with? When he started to look beyond his life of endless violence, a different way to help the world begins to present itself. From brand new creative team, Philip Kennedy Johnson, artist Javier Fernandez, who also did this A cover. Batman and Robin number 14 kicks off a brand new story in this all-in era. We get a B cover from Simone DeMeo and Yannick Paquette on C. Christopher Mitten cardstock variant. That's very nice. And the Daniel Sampere all-in foil variant for Batman and Robin number 14. And here's the big one, folks. Absolute Batman spinning out of the DC all-in special. New creative team, new Batman. This is Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta. Batman legend. Yeah, Batman legend Scott Snyder and iconic artist Nick Dragotta transform the Dark Knight's tale for the modern age. Without the mansion, without the money, without the butler, what's left is the absolute Dark Knight. The promotional copy is kind of thin, but the concept is amazing. I heard Scott Snyder talk about this a week ago. He's very excited about this. The designs are amazing. They are definitely divisive for the community, but I'm super looking forward to this. Nick Dragotta's art on East of West has been a revelation. To see him on something like this is gonna spin some heads. Absolute Batman number 1 will be available on October 9th with this Nick Dragotta cover, a Wes Craig cover. And this Jim Lee cover, that's pretty cool. What's this spine-looking thing? Oh, that's part of the cape. That's right. The cape is alive. Absolute Batman cover C from Jim Lee. Mitch Garrett's on D. A logo variant. A blank card variant. And a Jim Lee foil variant for $7.99 on this 48-page giant issue by Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta. This is Absolute Batman number 1, which also comes with this amazing Nick Dragotta foil variant. Absolute Batman number 1 will be available on October 9th. Don't miss out. And that does it for our focus on single issue comics. Before we finish up, I just want to show you a couple more things. I'll show you there. No, I already did that. Okay, I'm not going to show you anything more except for events. Yeah, it's time for some events, folks. Our first event is coming up this Tuesday. That's not really an event, it's our stream. Brain Scan will be live on Tuesday at 6:30. This is our weekly live preview of New Comic Book Day from the floor of Green Brain Comics. Make sure you tune in YouTube and Facebook live at 6:30. And that, of course, will be spotlighting a bunch of new comics, several of which are up here. The Tin Can Society, Spirits of Vengeance, and the Multiversal Collision miniseries all kicks off this Wednesday. Very exciting. Let's see, let's get rid of that. But before all that, Brain Candy is coming back this Monday, September 16th at 7 p.m. Brain Candy is a free review of music, prose, poetry, and visual art. But we do have a trailer for it. Let me show you a little bit more. Emanating from deep under the earth. Spring. That was so not the trailer for the Brain Candy. Here it is. Brain Candy number 60, a free review of music, prose, poetry, and visual art, featuring poetry from Taj R., the prose of Jack Chang, the music of Jeff Jablonski, and the visual art of Carmel Liberty, all put together and made available to you by the Emerging Writers Network and produced right on the floor at Green Brain Comics this Monday, September 16th at 7 p.m. Yeah. Ooh, and then coming up on Saturday, a week from tomorrow, Batman Day, September 21st, celebrating 85 years of Batman. This year we will have free Batman Day comics, discounts on all of our Batman comics, graphic novels. There will also be exclusive variants available just for that day, and we will be playing Batman cartoons and shorts throughout the day on the big screen. Batman Day, September 21st at Green Brain Comics. And that does it for... Yeah. All right. And that does it for... Final order this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the links to our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are below in the description. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Read more comics. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.